What will you exchange your life for?
The attention is more precious than your own life.
It's not so much the life means so little, it's that attention means so much that I'm willing to stick my life for it.
So what are you showing the world?
I don't appreciate you treating me like that, but I'm going to show up anyway because it's what I've chosen. One question, two sides, and the last $20 you'll ever spend.
I'm Thung,
And I'm Wong.
and this is SomethungWong. So what's Wong?
Okay, so back to the legalizing suicide thing. Because before that, suicide was a crime, right? So I think one thing that we haven't really touched on is, I think why suicide still should be a crime is because of what you're doing to the people you left behind. And then one article I read about this legalizing suicide thing, right, was this guy, he became deaf, he lost his sense of hearing. Then he went to hospital. The family thought he's going there for treatment, but he went there to kill himself.
Oh my
And
goodness.
there was family, you never come wrong. He came.
Wait, so he went assisted suicide?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And no one knew, his family
His
didn't know.
family didn't know. And then.
I agree. It's so devastating to just...
You lose your loved one.
Because the relationship is not just yours, right? It's also, half of the relationship also belongs to other people. Like, it's such a dick move.
So most of the time it's a bit selfish, right?
I don't know whether they see it that way.
They just want the pain to stop, right? But it's true, it has indelible consequences on the people who love you and who care for you.
So I really do think it's from the devil, because it's a lie, right? Because you think the pain will stop. But the truth is, it turns out it will never end.
Yeah, it's true. And it's an eternal death that, you put yourself through.
And I really think I think a lot of people take the meanings that they instinctively draw from their experiences as a truth that cannot be changed. When a lot of times the same meaning, the same circumstances can just have a different perspective. And it is sometimes as simple as recognizing that these other perspectives do exist. And when that happens, then sometimes it's just so liberating. Like, hey, you got no job. Does that suck? Yeah, it sucks. That means you're a bum. You're a bum. But that also means, hey, there's a chance for you to explore other things.
Freedom.
Yeah. Then you work at McDonald's. Work at McDonald's means what? Means you useless. Or you're useful. The meaning can be totally opposite, And if you take some time to just slow down and explore what else could this mean to me, to other people, to the people around me. If you're a McDonald's franchise owner, what does it mean to you that person takes their job? Bloody grateful. You imagine you're a McDonald's franchise owner and nobody wants to take up the McDonald's job. And then suddenly one guy goes, boss, I can't work for you. You know how grateful you will be? Do you know then taking up that McDonald's job, however you might decide to see it or however society might decide to see it, there's someone that's actually grateful that you're flipping the burgers.
That's true.
I am also grateful that when I go McDonald's and I order my McSpicy, right?
That there's someone preparing
McSpicy. Like, do you realize that? So find your place in society. There's always something there, right? And wherever you are, there are meaningful relationships that you can form. There's always something good that you can do and provide. Even just turning up to work at a place that maybe you don't really want to work at and just smiling. Even if your boss is shit to you, maybe one day turning up there and saying that, hey, I don't appreciate you treating me like that, but I'm going to show up anyway because this is my job and this is what I've chosen to do. This is the place that I've chosen to, or whatever the case is. Sometimes that itself make a very big impact in other people's life. For all you know, your boss, right, actually also on the verge of suicide. But because of that day that you show up to work and you smile at him, that he realized, hey, actually maybe...
Still got hope.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Because I got one stuff that actually turned up. Yeah. You never know one, you really don't know. Don't off yourself like that. Like, it's such a stupid thing to do.
Selfish, yeah. It's very selfish.
Have you heard Fei Mao?
Yes.
So that was like, for me, that was quite disgusting. In the
What?
sense that I felt like,
Okay, wait, context. So there's this guy in China who that they call him Fei Mao.
Yeah.
And then, is it the girlfriend dumped him or
yeah,
'Cause-
and then there was a huge parade in China, right?
it was a huge thing?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Like to celebrate him,
I don't know whether you call it to celebrate him, maybe to,
mourn his death.
yeah.
So I think I was quite disgusted by the whole situation.
Which part? The gold digger, him killing himself, or society celebrating?
Society celebrating it. Because they make him look like such a great guy, but honestly, he literally did it for what? Right? Is it to make the girl suffer? To make what is he trying to do with that? Make a point. It's not.
I can't get what you're saying. But society celebrates a lot of not noble things.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
By doing that, what is he trying to achieve? Is he trying to get his friends to go on a witch hunt? And I guess this is one recent incident, but especially when you talk about young people offering themselves, a lot of it is, even like serial killers, it's all about getting famous.
You shouldn't give them the attention.
Yeah, it's not what normal people think of. But when you're at that stage, where your mental state is at that level, that is what you're doing. That's why you become serial killer. That's why you kill yourself.
And honestly, I think that's what God does at least for me, right? Because I think that attention and acknowledgement of one's self is something that's very, very, very important to human beings in general, every single person, right? So, like this Fei Mao guy, he's like, okay, I've been dumped, basically no more attention, right? I want to get, and I don't know his intentions, okay, but a person who's in a similar scenario might very likely fall into this categorization that okay, I want the attention. I see or I guess, educated guess that if I do this, maybe that will happen, right? And then I go and do it And I think a lot of times it is always about being acknowledged, right? You see the MRT, now Singapore MRT, they got this poster, have empathy, right? Tell somebody that, hey, it's all about like, hey, you're not alone. Hey, you're not alone. And I think this like, hey, you are not alone is actually solves a lot of problems, right?
Yeah.
Because knowing that you're not alone itself, right, can bring you through 上刀山下 whatever 锅 whatever thing. Like anything also can do already. You get what I mean?
Yes.
Right? With my army bros, everything also can. But if you surround one person there, you don't even know what also you may off yourself.
Yeah.
Right? And I think God's promise is I will never leave you nor forsake you. And even though you might be alone and you might be lonely and you might be going through a shit ton of things, be it you're upset about things or you want to complain about things, blah, 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 like knowing that God is there for you itself takes off so much weight
Right.
of the situation.
Yes, amen. I think looking at the whole Fei Mao incident as well, in the end, we won't truly know his true intentions, but the one thing that stands out to me, like as I hear about this, is can your life mean so little to you that you can use it, in such a way?
I don't think so. I think to him it's like my life. It's not so much the life means so little. It's that attention means so much that I'm willing to stick my life for it.
Right, so that the attention is more precious than your own life.
In a sense, I mean, you exchange your life for something, right?
So I think answering that question is important. Exactly how precious is your life in this gift that.
What will you exchange your life for? Take our Live Up
Heaven.
program. Yeah, what will you exchange your life for?
I think also the Fei Mao incident again also gives me a clearer idea why people say that if you kill yourself, you're playing God. Because God is supposed to be the author of your life. Only He knows how it ends. And by committing suicide, you decide how it ends. So you literally snatch the pen from you.
I actually believe in it. I feel
Okay,
like
yeah.
it's
Like he created you for the good works, right? Then you off yourself.
yeah. So what are you showing the world? You're showing the world that you can decide. You can decide how your life ends. You don't need God. Yeah.
He decided to control his own narrative. So he created like, oh, this is the epic conclusion to my life. Wow, there's a parade.
Do you think he knew that there would be a parade when he did it? Or was this just a...
I feel like, okay, maybe if he's not calculated, right? I feel like at least maybe he wants to just hurt the girl. He feel like he can hurt.
Could it be that he just really wanted to...
Stop the pain.
Yeah.
That too.
Could be as well.
That too.
Because I think that we do recognize the whole range of different possibilities. But I also don't think it would be very fair for us to just paint him as like a...
That's true. But before he jumped down, he probably weighed the pros and cons, right?
Did he live stream it?
No.
I don't know because I'm just guessing. If he live stream it, then I would say he's probably trying to right? Right. But if he didn't, but then my question would be, how did everyone find out about it, right?
Yeah.
If you go and do, no one will know one, ma.
I need to. I'm not familiar with this incident, but
Plus, I think the place he jumped off from is quite a prominent place also, right?
oh,
Then maybe he has some intentions, like he just want to get some attention.
he leapt off a bridge, Liu Jie, right? So, killed himself after his girlfriend took all his money and dumped him after that. So took all his money actually.
I think he gave the money to her.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't she took.
Oh, I see.
He was doing a lot of
He gave her everything lah, basically.
drama stuff.
Okay.
Trying to
Yeah, so apparently he leapt off a bridge on in Chongqing. Oh, and it was his older sister and friends who had reported it on social media.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't have the intention to do that. It was just the family that was like, this is so
This
not
is
fair.
unacceptable. That's true. Yeah, I mean, either way, we can speculate all day on why he decided to do it, but the be all end all of it is still a pity. I think that's generally what people will say when they see any instances of suicide. Is that like, oh, what a pity! Life is so precious. There's so many things that could be done with life. Why do you choose to end it? No, but
I mean, you think how many times have you started a game, play halfway, and then you're like, ah, crap, and then you...
true. Actually,
I can see why some people might be like, oh yeah, I just want to restart.
there are people who believe there's a restart, right? That you die now, then you get reborn, then you can restart your life. But is there really?
So I tend to be one of the type of people that will want to restart the game. But recently, I have been more adamant about fixing things rather than throwing things away and then getting new, right? And if you think, okay, example factorial, right? You know, it's so easy to just restart, right? You screw up the blueprint design, you're like, okay, now I restart. But the only time that we actually made progress and won the game was the time where we were like, you know what, press on. Just keep doing and just keep going and just keep going.
We just build that rocket and then we'll get out of here. It's
Yeah.
okay. That's the end
Like
goal.
there are a lot of other things that comes with pressing on, I feel.
And then it also comes with the idea that life has to be perfect before I leave. So now that I can control things, I'll just off myself first so that it will be perfect. But life is rarely perfect. You don't have to be the greatest, you don't have to be the best. And in life, you could get periods of extreme down. You could be down in the dumps. But if you persist through, you might actually come to a good end. So it all comes back to just one more day. Try one more day. Give up tomorrow. You never know what's going to happen.
So what do you think? Did we say something wrong?
Like, share, and subscribe if there's something wrong with you.